Today is my birthday. I'm now officially closer to 30 than I am 20. Unk status has been achieved. I also have a very toxic relationship with this day. I have been appropriately described by my friends as the Grinch of birthdays, and I haven't actually celebrated my birthday for the last 10 years. Well, willingly, I guess. If you were to ask my therapist, she would probably say it's because my dad actually lost his job on my 18th birthday, and I've associated my birthday with that hardship and trauma of those few years, and it still sits unresolved today. But what would she know? And before you start nodding your head in agreement, I made that whole thing up. I do not have a therapist. My dad did, however, lose his job on my 18th birthday, but surely that can't be the reason. It's also not because I'm getting older, because I frankly don't actually care about aging. I think I've always kind of felt old. I was 10 and I felt older than everyone else around me, even though technically I was, because mum made me skip a grade. She thought I was an artistic genius. She was wrong. It's also not because I'm lonely. I'm honestly fortunate enough to have an abundance of kind family and friends that I care about and that I know that love is reciprocated, and that isn't something that I take for granted. I did, however, for a while believe that it was because I hadn't achieved enough in life, or I had enough success in these early years. For a bit of context, while most of my friends were chasing university degrees, I was failing at becoming a professional footballer in Europe. While everyone was moving out of home and starting their dream careers, I was working retail and living at home trying to make one of my many, many failed businesses work. But all that is in the past, because today I'm fortunate enough to have a thriving company with my own team filled with support agents, videographers, editors, admin, etc. And it's in an industry where I can actually help people just like me. And honestly, my company right now is growing faster than I feel like I can keep up with most days. So it can't be that, right? I also hate receiving gifts. I don't think there's anything in this world that makes me more uncomfortable. I didn't grow up with much, and now that I've been exposed to the other side of the world, I guess I feel bad when the people that I know aren't wealthy put themselves out to give me a gift. Maybe I feel I'm unworthy of, and I guess that I've now worked my way up to no longer actually need or want anything. And when I do actually want something, I can just buy it myself, right? Linked to this, I just also have the perspective that I know there's so many people in this world actually doing it rough and would actually benefit from the gifts that I receive, and are just all-round better candidates than me. That being said, I love Christmas and will have no problem opening gifts in about 2 days, so disregard everything I just said. No, I honestly don't know why I still feel this way on my birthday. I wish I didn't, and I know that everything in life is a choice, and normally I'm pretty good at dictating my thoughts and understanding how this matrix of a world actually works, but for whatever reason I haven't been able to conquer my silly little birthday. I know this was a far left video from what I normally post, and don't worry, we will return to our regularly scheduled football content very soon. However, I didn't sacrifice everything and become the big boss to not be able to do what I want when I want. Although if you made it this far, I do want to leave you with one piece of advice. The same one I wish I received 10 years ago when I graduated high school as a 16-year-old. I want you to take a moment today to think about the biggest, scariest thing that you think you could possibly achieve. You could probably come up with a few different paths. Now, I want you to pick the one that you would choose if you knew you couldn't fail. And I want you to make sure it's only one thing. The thing is, you can achieve anything you want to, but only if you're focused on one thing at a time. Oh, and I actually want you to give yourself the next 10 years to achieve that goal. And if after me saying it's going to take 10 years for you to achieve that goal, you feel in any shape or way disappointed about achieving it in 10 years because you wanted to do it in, say, 3 years, the issue is that you haven't dreamt big enough. So go back to the drawing board. And I guess we can just tackle why I hate my birthday so much next year.